its track record far on a map like Pearl. It kind of is like hair on paper thin.
Okay, the double TPS going over towards middle. It's a lovely flash swing.
Plays out today. Unfortunately, though, Wild Oreo not going to be able to find his shots around mid, so that kind of mid presence has already been eliminated.
Don't worry, we're not going to see any headhunter whiffs immediately in this one and sacrifice over towards their opponent. But we are going to see some damage back from Team Secret surrounding.
Yeah, I do think Nongshim are going to have a rough time on this map.
Very much so, but thankfully Team Secret will
just purely because of the comp diff.
And the shots are just being collected from them at the moment, aren't they? Great.
I do feel the Vice becomes so much stronger when you don't have a Yoru up against it.
Still able to find it.
Like that default to break it is so hard.
That is very much so information for Team Secret. They're pretty low as well, so a single shot from the Sheriff towards the engine block could very well be their doom. Margaret has an opportunity here, but yeah, might have been a little.
Sheriffs can do anything. We've got an Outlaw, one shot everyone. I'm interested from Team Secret because they're putting walls in different places, but honestly, I do feel like the wall over towards here must be so strong.
It should be all good. You've got Wild Oreo posted on the Outlaw line. And he'll have the
okay, just farming ops at the moment.
There's many members that come
Wild Oreo might get 2 freebies.
Flash him off, stun him up.
Let's see if he finds his picks. There are a lot of targets marching towards him. The stealth drone. Yep, we'll kind of inform.
Would it be too much if they gave
that's information.
2 salvos and it's not refreshable? Yeah, the agent would be dead.
Assist, has a recon in a second, but all these utils starting to come on through. Let's see if Nongshim can get a plant.
Yeah, initial mortar strike. You've got the smokes up, so it allows Nongshim to try to sneak their way in, but still, Team Secret,
it's a bad thing at the moment,
much surrounded the site. I also do want to note Margaret's positioning up around stairs, so he's going to be able to support his teammates. But for now, it's going to be Jeremy who finds the kill through the little angles with the Bulldog, while Team Secret just continues to stay tucked in.
Yeah, it becomes pretty difficult now to even try and get a plant, because everybody at Team Secret's here.
Okay, what's the move going to be, Danby? He's the one with the spike, so trying to get it stuck down now. Jeremy looking for the wall banks, but not going to quite be able to find it. Stuns being sounded off as well, but still, it just is Team Secret slowly but surely moving their way into the site. Jeremy, close range though, not going to be able to find the shot in Ivy. Finding one up around A main as well. Persia will fall.
Envy and Ivy alone. See the cast already struggling
with it. Setup coming through. Lovely protocols coming
I feel like they end up doing really good down suited for Neon, really. But when you got a beast Neon, I think it's okay. Like this from Team Secret, super aggro.
Again with the Bulldog marching upwards towards B-Long. Now they spot him out, and he can't quite get himself out of there. No gate crash available. Damby will find the frag, continues to slither through.
Did they try to do the
trading right back up?
Who's the team that did this yesterday? When they did the double bait with the Yoru going aggro, and then they TP'd away and then did the jump spot. K-Corp? Yeah.
That's been something that has been plaguing Nongshim for like the past several weeks, or maybe even a little bit in kickoffs. Yeah,
the whole stage, right? Damby's just been ahead. You know, he was playing the Waylay similarly to the
Good morning,
Weber.
Hello,
mate. Employs with
what do I think of Boom DRX? Should be really close. I think DRX would take it.
Thorns can sting him up a little bit, unless
but
they go the wall together.
I wouldn't be surprised if Boom wins.
Sink that damage. 2GE. Oh, it does miss out on the timing just narrowly.
Well timed. Persia still left behind, so has a timing against 2GE. That's going to be the frag. That's going to be the site. Maybe the spike plant as well. The recon does buy a little bit of time for Jesse Vash to sneak that shock dart a little bit way in.
Yeah, we'll just see what damage Jesse Vash and Wild Oreo can do here. You do have that Vandal, so if Wild Oreo can find something here...
How do you fix Danby going in so fast? I think you're just thinking of the Lotus game.
And really play the post.
The one where they didn't have many strats and he was just sending over Bucky. Like, it's normally not that bad.
Utility either, so
it's normally enough to get him through the choke point.
Or try to tap the spike, bait them into peeking against you, but unfortunately, the timing not quite supporting Jesse Vash's intentions back there, so it's going to be just down to Wild Oreo. Not too much damage dealt
very nice. Let's get the big buy round.
Get something.
It almost happened again.
For now, though, he just needs
okay,
to get
so
out of there.
they wanted to go for the op, and then they got rid of it.
But you can't quite do that freely when Francis is, repeatedly sending that stealth drone all the way through.
Right there.
So now a little bit more attention towards middle.
Considering both of these comps, like it should be you're kind of looking at like this.
Because you've already used that drone from Francis.
Double Sentinel comp. Both going to struggle on attack. Especially Nongshim's going to struggle against the Vice Wall. Which again, I'm still surprised that they haven't been putting the Vice Wall here. It's so hard to like comfortably default all the way down and break this wall.
Missing a couple of shots. But with
Persia goes for it now, and there is no wall here.
Where you want to end, and if they do continue to go to this A side,
dodged the drone.
Astrostar's already available too. It can get quite awkward.
So unlucky.
Yeah, positionally as well for Team Secret. Persia unfortunately will get
it's a good reclear. They got to go fast now. They got a big flash here.
Have to just barrel their way into the site. Unfortunately for
That's
them,
nice from
Jeremy has already got his sights zeroed in. Even pulls out the dimensional drift. Try to stick the plant, but
trying to stick the plant there is pure madness.
Around the A main side of things though.
Little flash coming out from Jeremy as well, allows for the peek.
Double dodge of the team
double
flash.
Sheriff kill.
Jesse Vash though.
He's going to
you gotta clean this one up.
Trying to get the Phantom Sprays, and he's gonna nail it.
He's done it again. He is so
How is he alive for
bring
so long?
These sort of things back.
Exact spot where he earned the ace. Like
I want to say he's got that movement, but I didn't say move that much.
From Margaret, can't get it done onto Envy, who has again always been having a cracker series here in Pacific, but now just on a Persia. 1 vs 3 and spotted.
Aerial drone, information found aplenty. And even the shock dart chipping away at him. I know it's kind of just a little bit of an anti-eco, but still, you have to admire
Look at him go. Yeah, I mean, it's an anti-eco, but he just...
Against Nongshim, who are, once again, back at it towards B long. This time it's going to be Wild Oreo here, though, with the op.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, he's one of the...
Well, the angle, though. Ooh. If he's holding one angle, right?
He's one of the top contenders for, you know, highest op kills in all of Pacific right now.
It's going to get really weird.
Upwards. Both of them have missed each other, and Dampy unscopes at the right time!
Do you expect, though, anyone else to be on the side itself with how far forward Wild Oreo would be pushing up? Generally, Vice Wall would be placed behind it with Thorns as well in case that player does lose their life and there's an attempt at speed.
Dude,
but this time,
it's
crazy. Just a really slow down passive affair from Nongshim. Get out a little more information that Jesse Vash is going to be lent towards this B site now on the drone. Hunter's Fury starts to come out too.
Trying to get a good read for the macro, but that's going to be Jesse Vash denying any possible entry.
Dammy's
to hold as well.
an actual...
Dammy, though, so there's
Dammy's just a ninja, dude. I don't know how he's getting into these positions.
And it's just Jeremy trying to break things open with a fake out. Does manage to equalize his odds somewhat. It still is
2 timings in the round.
1-on-2.
Yeah, you'd have to see some brilliance from Jeremy here. One blind side to be able to utilize. You've got Thorns for Ivy and an Arcros, but that's all about it.
Yeah, and look at the way they're holding these angles as well.
Yeah, the crossfire not really going to be there.
Trying to still isolate a lot of these corners and angles, though. It does spot out Dampy, but Dampy is way too quick for him. Able to snipe him down.
And then trying to play the waylay. And
bring some confidence.
You need it. You need it so much so.
I think they just had a really wrong read of what waylay is good at.
I do wonder if sometimes
and so now they're off to a pretty bad start. And now they're like playing catch up because they're going back to the neon. It's been a while.
A little bit heavy on his head. Trying to still call his way around the rounds. You're on defense right now though, so yeah, just trying to set things up.
The sheer wall as well already going to be popped towards A main, so you're going to have to see a little bit of a hold there from Ivy to give Nongshim the chance to rotate back there if they do want to. What sort of utility you may spot out towards B. A lot of the Astra Stars, you've got the Arcros there, so you have an idea as Nongshim that it might be a little bit more stacked up.
I think Waylay's
rotate over.
More of a raise than anything.
Off-put Wild Oreo here, who's yet to get a kill on the board.
Waylay's like its own little beast.
A lot of these ultimates
I think they thought the Waylay was a neon, to be honest. With how they played it. But they might as well have. Hey, that's pretty cool.
So there is a little bit of an entrance.
A little bit of anti on this one, for sure.
Still though, Team Secret are racing into the site as well. Francis looking to get that stick
Astra stops the plan. Recon's good.
There is a chance for him to get wall banked. And while that happens, Jeremy and Jesse Vash swarming around both sides.
This is a nice fast flood from Team Secret, though.
Who unfortunately is a little bit lone and cold. tries to move up front to get the spike back in, but running out of time. He might be able to stick it now, but at that point, they're going to start to push into him. So he holds onto his
This is a nice round in general from everyone, to be honest. It was pretty cool. Nongshim maybe had to just commit to the lead at the moment.
So far, but not quite needing or having the utility to really
looking
fend
a
off
little bit better, but obviously
right now,
we're expecting like an 8-4 for both teams.
Slight whiff, but it's okay. Does get away freely, and Wild Oreo to relay forward.
As long as he's able to destroy the drone here, or dodge it, it'll be not too bad from him, but they're going to let it go. It is just pistols at the end of the day, and Danby on the Vandal.
I don't think this one was a good,
Snuck in pretty far, though, already up
good example of saying they didn't want to push because of the Visor.
Yeah, and with that, not too much, because Wild Oreo still has the angles locked down. Margaret, though, now incoming with Persia as well. A bit of an alert coming out from the controller of Nongshim. Still back into the site, and then it's going to be the common spots around dugout. They're trying to get the wall banks through, but Nongshim knows exactly how to find their targets. Envy looking to spin around on a dime, but it's not going to happen because Persia
what is going on in this one?
With a judge.
Oh, what a scrappy round around that A site there, isn't it? You've got Jeremy trying to play
kind of get the 4 that
in a game like this
was expected.
It's going to be in the scrap.
Still, though, in the current round, Tour de Force being pulled out by Wild Oreo. He's creeping all the way forward up mid.
And again, as long as you're, not seeing a drone or anything come out from Francis and you're not seeing the Arcros, you can kind of just hold this position as Wild Oreo and try to get the one.
It's pretty solid, and I don't expect a drone towards middle, but
instantly done
goes in once the first kill happens.
Does he know Envy?
A little bit of an exchange coming through as well. Envy still tucked away.
I don't think so. Look at where the crosshair is. He has no idea that Envy's pushed up here. This could be huge.
Oh, he hears him going back into that astral form. Oh,
what the hell?
Both headshots found and collected.
It looks so rough, and then he does that.
Are we going to have any rounds of success in a row for these teams? Dimensional drift in for Envy to try and bring this one back in towards Team Secret's favor. The spike is in control.
Their little
of
double
the
push over towards B. It was
where
nice.
do you think Margaret is going to be lurking from at the moment? Because it's just Darby here.
No chance. I mean, even if Margaret is lurking around, as soon as Team Secret keeps themselves on that spike, it's okay.
And Jesse Vash
keep an eye on Jesse.
Slips in towards A main. He doesn't need to really activate way too early, but if Team Secret all decide to go through this A main position,
hold map control,
they'd just essentially be attacking the site. So they'll split up a little bit, contend with the Killjoy utility that is going to be throughout Art. And this is a 2 versus 4 region.
Very much so, and just Team Secret playing the macro game. They knew exactly where that spike was going to be delivered to, so a quick pick being found by Jesse Vash, and now the drone to spot out Dambi as well. This guy is pinned down. Unless he shoots himself out, it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Jeremy, the whole team will converge onto a sole position. That will be Team Secret picking up the round.
Yeah, the fact that Wild Oreo is just able to slip in towards mid, and there's no utility to gain any further space. I'm a little bit surprised that Envy isn't throwing main pressure.
I don't think it's a thing.
You're just going to have Persia lurking up a little bit outside club. But again, Team Secret
need RQ and Nongshim to go 2-3.
They need to
they
take
need
RQ
to go 2-3, okay.
Let them waste the utility, right? They have to use a lot of this util, a lot of their bodies to get some forward positions. You got a bit of a trap play over towards B at the moment where you do have Wild Oreo.
Then, yeah, there is a chance, but not much of one.
If things get
okay, underrated pause.
Both of them.
And Jesse Vash as well. If he's able to somehow pick up a kill, well, he'll get the Hunter's Fury for this round.
Okay, the drone's going to spot out a fair amount.
Ooh. Very familiar Sova. And that
drone only sees one, so they commit.
Well, but ooh, teleport. Not quite deployed quick enough, so it's going to be a simple frag for Francis right now while Nongshim continues to advance forward into the site. Along with the overdrive,
back up Shoei.
Able to hold down the line. Swaps over the classic to get away because of that steel garden, but unfortunately it's just more space for Nongshim right now. Fake out deployed, trying to create a little bit more space, a little bit more information, and 2GE will spray them down like a garden hose. 3-on-3, the spike attempts to get planted, but Jeremy in alongside the rest of Team Secret will...
Really well played on this defensive side from Team Secret.
Very much so. It just feels as though
kind of funny because it does feel like Nongshim feel like they have to default over towards B to break the wall.
Gets himself out of dodge.
But every single time Nongshim is just fighting.
Will receive a hit himself.
Yep. Getting in towards this site yet again as quick as Nongshim possibly can.
It is nice though. There's something that can actually secure the plant with this ult.
You don't actually have that for the post plant.
They get the good plant, they get the mollies down, they're not against the Astro anymore.
Yeah, if Francis can stay alive long enough, maybe salvos, and the rest of the team can work their way around B long. But still, you gotta watch out for how Envy might be able to work his way around this round. One kill, it's gonna be Steel Garden. All right, they know exactly where their opponents are. It's gonna be a full firefight just around B main. Both hopping over, trying to bait out the utility from Nongshim. Oh, what a snap from Jeremy! Back into it, and that's Envy finding the frag towards the top.
Tank the salvos, got half, smoke still up,
time is
there's a
continuing
chance.
to tick away. 1v1, Francis, he spams! He finds the quad!
Team against the Killjoy, and they're just gonna let the Killjoy mollies be
able
on.
to themselves that one on a lesser equipped buy last round of the half. They are one away from the lockdown. To be able to drop down at this A site would be okay, but then you've got to also consider, mate.
Yeah, see, no, he's been
fragging
pretty heavy.
That to me screams retake.
For the last round as well, a retake will be so huge given the utility.
Still did good though, 14 HP, this becomes one shot for this guy now.
Unfortunately, will fall as well. That's when Jeremy
Every single time this guy has always plays in this corner,
does
1,
buy
2,
a little
3.
bit more time for the rest of the team. He's trying to mark them in case the team can find some spams, but it's Waller with the shorty instead. Ivy to dive up for it for the trade. Steel Garden immediately deployed to flush Nongshim away.
Because they count 2 players on the side itself as well, right? So you've got a lot of time that you can still play with, try and beat them on the rotations, which they're not going to, but that wall is crucial to off-put 2GE.
We'll see. Can 2GE find his opportunity? He does go for the stun, but unfortunately the pulse not quite enough for him.
Did they see him?
Dropped again.
Wait.
Jeremy only now. Inside of Halls, he does find the double! That equalizes the odds!
And now the shield gets popped as well, so Envy should have a really good idea on where this is by the placement of that lockdown.
At least it's still over here. Obviously, the ult was pretty much the info anyway.
Does buy a little bit more time away from the retake,
a little bit of
though,
space.
from the duel.
And Margaret has
not
no
a great
idea where
plan.
he's going to come from.
And he has a flash.
Envy, well, he's making footsteps at least.
Okay, flash went off in here.
Margaret out. Oh, but in with
they
the
got a
quick
5.
peek. Margaret just
That might actually do it.
Square on.
I think it's going to be
2
close.
rounds at the end there to bring that one back for Nongshim. A 5-7 half. Is it enough?
Secret leading in terms
no
of
vid, hello.
Yep. Opening jewels are going to be quite important here. Ooh, especially if you keep going.
Oh, Pearl's attack sided, but with these comps, it's defense sided.
Trap play. Oh, he's by himself.
And with Waldor at the helm.
Doesn't stick around.
Good, so a bit of information. Nongshim tried to get a poke, but Team Secret manages to get away quickly.
Yep. You've got Margaret playing spot over towards the A side as well to commune when that Nebula needs to be popped. You've got the wall over in the street, which will get tripped. So it's just, you know, standard protocols from both of the teams, trying to find some information, trying to draw out this utility. You got an idea
the wall,
that
they smoke deep.
On the side
Great question mark over towards here. That creates pressure that they can go through mid as well.
Enough information as Team Secret
and it
to
means
either
they can do this
still
also.
play towards this site or leave. It looks to be the earlier still.
Francis is holding on to that salvos though.
Yep.
So that's something that could come in handy for that spike plant happening somewhat soon.
Clearing all the angles with the drone. You've still got a dart to layer in when your team starts to get
with the drone to check back there.
of the site. Team Secret can have a couple of moments here to try and settle things
to
down.
stop the
Bait it out with salvos too, so you don't have them immediately
go
in for
relatively
a
soon.
bit of post plan if this goes down.
But it does buy time for the rest of Nongshim to get closer to the site, and that's when Dambi picks them off. Now down to Wilder to try to find
just
and
left
relay
Jesse.
onto the next player, but Jesse Bash suffering a bit of a defeat as well.
We gotta keep an eye on Jeremy.
Hiding inside of the smoke, trying to find some pot shots through. He will get away with one, but Jeremy falls as well.
Yeah,
so
Jeremy
even
needed
though
to get more on that one, they were just out here ready for the luck.
With that one salvo,
okay, we get a 1-1, and
Pistol's
I do
1-1,
think
so technically they will equalize back
Nongshim
again.
might be
Nongshim love to position themselves,
but they at least
especially
got a
given how
plan.
they bought out so much with their utility from before.
We said about Nongshim's comp, they can at least go aggro A.
Yeah, A main
majority of the time.
for Nongshim, scaring away Envy.
Some jump peaks as well from Persia. But look at this one between Margaret and 2GE.
Yeah, Margaret's got a lot to do here when you think about it's a 1v2, but it does present a different situation when there's a judge to play with.
Big weapon for a big boy.
And again, Nongshim right now, nobody needs to try and press the issue. Though, with Jeremy coming back towards mid as well, this is where things get weird.
Okay.
Look at the damage on the
21
Margaret,
HP.
21.
There's so much damage.
Looking for the spam through, but Margaret tucks himself away safely.
And now Persia, noted at the back of the holes as well, needs to call for a little bit of assistance. Ivy here, next to the turret.
Great off angle to hold alongside Persia as well from
Gun barrel.
Oh, it's been spotted. And down to the Bulldog to pick them off one by one. Jeremy, though, slight lurk, will find Margaret and finds himself a judge upgrade as well. I still don't think that's going to be enough for him to close out the round, though.
Danby with the regen shields as well, so he's not too bleeding.
Especially if he can carry that forward to the next round. Jeremy swaps back over onto the Sheriff looking for the spike, but yeah.
And that's found way too much in the first 2 rounds to have any ultimates available. But you're starting to get close towards Francis's Armageddon, a great priority on the defensive side. When you've got Team Secret, a team that can really play stretch towards this B long side of things, that Armageddon can really lock them out, lock them in.
You can be certain Danby's looking for his overdrive soon enough as well.
Yep. And this lean from Team Secret now, they want to reclaim some control towards A that they know they lost in the very beginning. Nongshim are a team that apparently are liking to grab the A main control at the very beginning because they're not seeing too much pressure established from Team Secret either, right? They don't have salvos, they're not running a Tejo to be able to off-put it there. And there's the information that you want.
It's nice.
Really slow and steady
It's
pace,
too. Presses one, sort two.
Favoring Nongshim right now, given the information that they're collecting.
Looks like
yeah, but all the pressure that was put down
Team
towards
Secret are
B-ramp
happy
at
as
the
soon as they
moment
saw the
has
defensive
made sure that
smoke
there's
over
some
towards B
utility
to then
reinvested
pivot back
the B side.
towards A.
Astra
No,
Star was
the
just
question
popped,
mark would be
Thorns have been
cleared.
placed on the
Smoke
floor
does
from
go,
Ivy.
and there is
So
jump
those
spots at
won't
the
be
moment,
useful a
so
little bit later on in the
you
remainder of
might
this
see
round,
the
where you get to
Killjoy
the
start to
30-second
lean
mark. You
heavier
now
over
know
towards A.
that Team Secret have made a call towards this A site.
30 seconds left.
Danby, calm down, my boy.
Or maybe heat up, need something big.
Possibly, especially if you're looking to deter any
can
incoming
stop the
insurgents
plant.
from
The
stairs. The
salvos.
Shiro has been tripped, so
The plant, it's going to get denied by the salvos here. You got 10 seconds to try and
Yeah,
establish this
time.
one, and the rotate's already here from Nongshim.
it's ticking away. It's going to be really close. Team Secret, they're into sight, but
Still
can they
no
get the spike
plant.
down even? The shots there spraying all over the place. Bullets whizzing
Oh,
past,
my.
and unfortunately,
Dude, he actually killed the plant.
that's
though.
not enough time.
Margaret
for
actually
Secret
killed the
to
plant.
get round picked up as well. A magnificent Red Bull clutch being picked up just through the macro game alone. Team Secret looking to bully their way through in with another buy though. So back straight in towards A main, and Ivy will continue to hold given his utility. The arc rose popped. Francis finding the shots, peeking out of nowhere, and down to just Jesse Vash and 2GE. 2G, of course, a little bit separated from the pack up towards middle. Jesse Vash still trying to go for those picks against them. Unfortunately, falls.
And now the
HP.
information on where 2GE is, he's already low as well, communicated by Margaret. So this is a extremely untenable situation.
Always
for
trying to
2GE.
hype up
You
the
would expect
replay.
it would have to be
Yeah, I
a
mean, it is the most
monolithic
important kill in the
drop
round. So
from
it's
Nongshim.
just
Yeah, he's trying to sneak around, at least get some more out points at the very least. You know, whatever he can find. But yeah, especially with the information already passed on over.
Thanks so much for the
Happy to
34
collect.
months.
And a bit of a buy-up from
Looked a little
Team
bit
Secret in
sleepy.
that
Yeah, we're a
round
little
as
bit
well.
sleepy
Clark
today.
immediately shut on down at the very beginning, but a
Little bit
couple of members
sleepy.
still holding what
Had
they
like,
need
what,
to
5
invest
hours
into this
sleep?
new round. I'm curious
Maybe a
as
bit
to
under.
what Wild Oreo's going to do. Of course, he's two
Appreciate
away
the
from the
T1.
tour de force, so if they want to play some orb control in this round,
Right, one
they're
up
going to
again at
have
one
to try and
point.
establish control at A main currently, which Nongshim once again have gathered quite convincingly with all of the kills that come through from Francis there.
I think
That's now
Euro
one
needs
of these
enough. More of
other
enough.
defensive setups that
Yeah.
Team Secret has to try
Yeah, I
to
just think that the ult needs to be
figure out and move their way
adjusted
around.
slightly.
Or if he's gotten like a really good reference, but still good hands.
Shocked
We'll
to
see if
try
our
and break
players have
the
good
alarm
hands
bomb.
right
We get
now with Francis back in with
similar
the
setup to last round, it's
information
just they
feeding
didn't
down
see
A
it. But the op to punish over towards
control.
B.
It's trying to be established. Different look towards some of this Killjoy utility, though. Margaret's still going to be looking over towards connector. Persia to start off, and that's your
The
smoke
fake
score.
smoke to
Aye, aye.
cross, and they just get
Not
one
how
tap.
you want to start the round.
Not really, no.
It is an
You
eco
reckon?
at least, but they're going to
I
start winning
reckon.
some.
I reckon an Astra player is quite required on a map
Totally
like
lose
this.
the controller. That's no big, especially when Jeremy's picking up frags like this.
Losing a Killjoy is probably a little bit worrisome for Nongshim, though, given that that was the mid control and it allows Team Secret to spread towards either side of the map currently. This is where your mid-round IGLing needs to show quite the important strength.
Especially for Envy and Jesse Vash, who are picking up that mantle now.
Yep, and Team Secret too, by the way. Able to upgrade some weapons into this here.
Pressure alleviated. So yes, weapons upgraded.
30 seconds left.
Now looking to launch an assault into the site, but not anticipating Francis
So
to be perched up on
He's
top
got
that
multi
ledge.
3Ks
And now
at
they
the
know where
moment.
Envy is too, because the wall gets popped. You'll take the orb for a consolation prize. but any more bodies he wants to take down with him, you would think.
10 seconds left.
Okay, let's see what the buy round's like for Team Secret, but
the next upcoming
looking
round.
rough.
No, they're going to have a buy in the next round. Unless you want to take a Guardian into it, you'd probably look to get rid of it. At the office, you know that's going to be quite scary. A lot of these members on Nongshim, any of them.
It's going to be one heck of a horror movie.
I don't like horror movies.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a title, but I've got none because I don't really watch them either. It's Final Destination.
Horror movie is Lotus Nongshim hierarchy. That's a horror movie.
Well, I do wonder what Team Secret's Final Destination is going to be so far on this map. They've been struggling to find it. You know,
You're at the minute mark. You've got mid control.
yeah, let's go, boys.
Great angle from Dambi
March
there.
your way down into its feeling possibly, but with Dambi sniping them out from the back around Art, that's just
Crazy
tough.
segue, yeah.
What do you look to do now? You've still got to contend with the idea that Francis can buy a lot of time with salvos that are going to be here, with an Armageddon too. He's actually at the correct side of things as well. If Team
Shame,
Secret
man.
wanna
It's like
try
they have
and
to
go down the street
They have
too.
to like die in these
Roll on down.
situations to then use util to
Ooh, and
clear
at this
stuff.
point, trying to work
Well, we're
around
desperate.
the
Astro, we've got
pressure.
3 people
Unfortunately,
playing in
it's,
front of it. The
macro
delay is
that's
actually
being read by
really
Nongshim.
good.
You have
All
to see
too
Wild
clearly.
Oreo. You have to see Wild
The
Oreo.
delay is
gotta march up.
incredible.
Oh, with the
Oh,
Armageddon
God.
as well.
Oh,
That is just
Jesse went forwards.
That's the spike!
Collapse.
He went forwards
This
with
round's
the
done.
spike. Didn't
over.
have full vision. Looked behind.
Absolute
Thought
and
that it
utter
was too long.
consecration. The
And then went
player's gone
forwards and
down
then
in the
realized he
dirt.
couldn't
The
go
spike
anywhere and he
on
gave
the
him the
ground,
spike.
flanking
Oh,
away.
it's a
And the
disaster.
rest of Team Secret
They
looking
ended
to
up using
save
the
up their weapons
Astral
now,
against
truly,
them
fully.
with a block of
Francis is
info.
hunting them down.
I like it too, because if he's able to take
I mean,
away
the stall
any
was
guns
great
here,
from
that becomes a
Nongshim.
real problem for Team Secret.
Wow.
Deep.
Yeah.
Buy's not the best either right now. So good little
Ooh.
flash. Will
I think
push down
they-
the off of his angle.
They should at least realize there's 2
Yeah,
here.
but immediately
Because
Team
Recon
Secret
was shot
just gonna
with
leave
a
Wild Oreo back towards
rifle,
this B
and
side.
then
The
they
rest of the
spotted
team
one.
towards A, starting to clear it on
So
out
they
as
know
well.
2 aggro
Francis
over
did
towards B.
go in here earlier and grab that orb.
Drone goes in.
But
They
if you
can
do
keep
wanna go
this
to
so
A
simple.
side,
It's just the
I
fact
mean,
that the
who's
orb
here?
isn't
It's
here.
Francis, it's Ivy.
Oh, and they're playing a high-low as well.
Nice shot.
Ooh.
What the hell?
Down to
Oh,
half,
Envy.
but Envy gets the spray against them. The high-low working out in counter against Nongshim. That could very well be the spike plan that Team Secret are looking
Problem
for.
is they got to do this multi times. They got
They
lucky that they were
themselves have a
facing
Hunter's
them.
Fury to protect it with Jesse
some
Bash
nice
going for the
shots,
plant.
but-
Now Envy can buy some time with the Steel Guard, and you'd need to see Nongshim did deep here to get this back.
Well, they're sitting up on top of a lot of rounds, so not too much pressure for them currently. Happy to find just some
Don't
simple
steal around
exchanges.
somehow.
Slowly making their way into the site. Thorns triggered. 2GE with the lurk out from behind. Does spot out Persia. And that's just Dabby left, making so much noise. A simple burst from 2GE. We'll find a bit of that. Team Secret still needing to work their way across the map. That round was pretty good, but that was all won because Envy found those two crucial frags down in the A.
That's really it, isn't it? If that
Yeah,
even
this
gets
is
traded and there's still
this is what I
either
thought we were gonna see
Francis or
earlier
either
on.
Ivy still alive there, that can
Going
just stave
inside the
off
chamber
any
over towards here.
more aggression, and you got rotations from Nongshim. Regardless, though, that was last
Does
round.
feel
This
like,
new round, everybody's equipped with the guns that
feel
they
like a
want.
common
Starting to piece
trend at the
together some info
moment,
yet again at the A main with this drone.
I'm
It does
not going to
actually
include the
not spot
Americas teams
Darby.
in this because I think the Americas teams
New
are pretty good at
info.
this.
Oh, Envy quick
but I
with
do
the
feel like a
reactions.
common
Will take
trend
out
on
Dabby.
attack
Now,
is
in with the Hunter Sphere as well, but nothing
maybe
found.
teams
Oh,
without
Francis,
a
though, one bolt.
Yoru
Down to
not
70.
defaulting over towards B to
Is
try
that
and like
enough information for Team
send the
Secret to
decoy to
decide
break
make
this?
an A hit? 2GE, you know, what's the call?
Well, you're not seeing anybody over towards B give you a duel as Wild Oreo, who's just going to play big ol' lurk for the remainder of this round.
Back to that sort of Team Secret default, right? Create that B main pressure, buy
Yeah,
some
Son, you
utility
can
out,
just ban
then
that
launch
dude.
yourself into
Jesus.
A. But Francis, early salvos now. Might be a little bit telling for Team Secret.
Oh, Steel Garden in, wait for that to go completely there, the TP. Ah, I can't best Jeremy.
Yeah, it does get a dink though, so still a little bit of damage done, but then that's where Team Secret rushes to get the spike planted. Jeremy pushing up forward to deny any potential rotations coming through.
2 in a row, money's
Yes,
good.
it's going to be the round 1 in full with Team Secret on
They
the macro
still
game.
have the Yoru.
Wise decision from Nongshim
Yeah, it
to
might
save,
kinda
but
get close.
even wiser from Team Secret to recollect together after Darby's not able to find the opening duel. Wait for some of that utility to come back online and go together as a team.
All rounds the only way to win. I mean, they won the first one. The one before this without.
So slowly but surely, Team Secret able to find a lot of these advances. I do kind of want to point out as well that while Nongshim are holding on to their weapons for the next round, they're also a little bit shaky, you know, having that tough loss against Talon last week.
Yeah,
I know it's kind of early in the season. Well, it's not entirely early in the season, but they are a team that are facing the threat of relegation.
Definitely going to have to be seeing more from them come stage 2. But if they're, you know, able to find this
There's
victory
back-to-back
in the
opens
next
for
one,
Envy
they'll get
in the
them
rounds
into
they've
playoffs.
won.
So we'll wait and see, you know, early today in this series, of course, starting to maybe...
Lot of ults. Looks like they want to go for something set with the Yoru ult. Split over towards A. They see 3. Do they just cancel and take some space elsewhere?
Already for Nongshim as well. Gets the kill, gets trade.
Good little wallbang shot.
Sure, I'll hold
this is a
that.
place that we've been in before, right? Team Secret still trying to back themselves into A.
Raid boss Francis down for the count as well.
We do have Downbeat in with the op, holding the angle currently. No information found for Nongshim around, you know, the outskirts of Art. Team Secret still trying to piece together the round.
Information that there is somebody through Art. You'll hear the rendezvous. You get some info that Team Secret. Well, are they playing the same as
just worry me that
round?
they're gonna
It's cheeky from 2GE to catch anybody here.
play real slow, and time's gonna be an issue. But we'll see.
Only be Margaret.
Yeah, you could hold the
Flash
angle.
goes over towards A, so they do still create the pressure like they are over towards A main. Especially with the 20 seconds reset that this
Team
has.
Secret have not recognized what utility is going to be at this B site here, right? They've not been
They
able
end
to
up picking
really
it
find
up.
any deep momentum in towards
What a
this
good
B
shot.
site just yet. While Dorio's been taking a couple of
They
jewels
go
here and
Molly,
then ultimately
Molly.
falling off.
And if Margaret, you know, possibly
Ooh,
playing
there
the
goes one
retake
of them,
game
though.
just finds a single pick, that would be locked down.
But you've still got Steel Garden
Okay,
too.
they're all gonna
and
sit
a
over
wall
towards
for
the
Persia,
site.
So they've got a lot of these
Guys, you
key
gotta sit on the
components
site.
to mount a retake.
Guys, you gotta
So
get on that
many
site. You can't have two
chances
of
and
you.
opportunities, but ultimately playing it safe. Nongshim just looking for that 1 point towards map point. Steel Garden instantly ripped and let go. Overdrive now coming in, and that's Dumby finding the trace onwards. Double kill found. 2GE trying to salvage the round. Out from B-Link, he's alone. He pushes in, but that's the
Okay,
spray
nice
from
handle
Persia
from
around
Nongshim,
the
though.
back. Map point
Real
for
simple,
Nongshim,
lock him
and
in with
Team
the
Secret
ult.
down in the dirt.
Yeah, having to get towards this
Iso,
B site without baiting
and
out
then
anything
Neon on top.
enormous earlier on, unfortunately. Gets close, I will admit, you know, that 1 versus 2 gets
Tough done. Margaret playing it safe. Ooh.
This is a different look for Nongshim in this round.
Tour de force. Gate crash out. Salvos deep into B main.
Yep.
Are they attempting to flush Team Secret somewhere?
Well, just that is making sure that it's keeping Team Secret's early engagements a little bit honest, right? They have to put some utility down early to reclaim the control, which is going to be this drone, which is going to be, you know, something that Jesse Vash has really been using to just clear these choke points nice and early, right? We see it so much in this map for him. Over towards A early, over towards B now that he's forced to use. And meanwhile, Envy is...
Meanwhile, Dario is so dead eventually, yeah.
Look at on the radar.
Ooh, fake
all
smoke?
the utility
Okay.
that surrounds
Then
this A site
there's a
here from
chance.
Double senties.
This does tick time away.
He
from
now
the
kinda
clock
gets
as
the
well. Team
advantage.
Secret, they've got to make a decision sooner or
Yeah.
later.
If they get spot out over at that A site, a lockdown can just buy so much time. There's nothing to destroy that here for Team
Yeah,
Secret.
you should see him
Wild
fast.
Oreo, the shoulder.
Lovely.
Ooh, he
Ooh.
does get the tag, but not the frag. And instantly lockdown placed on towards A. They
Oh,
saw
boy.
that there's only one player around.
Did the
B main, that's a
recon was
whole
too
town.
high,
Jesse
so it
Vash, though,
didn't
still
scan
pushes up
them?
front, does find the wall bang. Jeremy now to cut them off around Link. Connector as well.
The smoke. Oh, they're not going to
Ivy.
be able to play off it.
Still inside of sight, and that's enough of a presence to deter Team Secret from fully launching their assault in. Now goes
Looking
for
at
the
the
swing,
money, this
but
needs
that's
to be
gonna
a save.
Envy working alongside his
Needs to be a
teammates
save,
gun
one of
down
them can't
any
buy.
incoming players. Just down to Persia, and that will
Might
be
get kind
around.
of close.
Beautifully picked up by Team Secret. It came really close.
Yeah, I'd love to see how they actually managed to find Margaret, the spam through the dugout wall, but also the fact that Jeremy shifts in towards a little bit of a solo lurk mode, in through connector, down through water as well. Getting a little bit sneaky beaky from him there. As Team Secret will
This is
achieve
going overtime.
double digits here now
So,
on
I
Pearl.
don't think
Rudy
so,
is
just
gonna
purely
merge over
because
this
they're
time
playing so
at the
slow
same
and they're
angle
gonna go
as-
up.
Still pretty proficient in gathering some forward A control space. Just need to not see mistakes in this round from Team Secret.
Okay,
Nongshim,
that's
of course, the
what Team
half-buy.
Secret want. They want
Hoping to see Francis
create
hold
the
on to that
pressure
Armageddon for the next
and no one
round,
to be able to
because
jump spot
that could
over
be some
towards
pretty
B.
big old exchanges
Shock to
there.
break the... Wait, where are we? Oh,
Jeremy
shock break form.
as well, one off the dimensional drift. But for this round, much slower look for Team Secret.
It says
If they can
much
catch
slower
anyone of
look, but I
Nongshim
feel like
off
all
guard
of
a
this
little
has
bit,
been
drone now
like
in
that.
towards A yet again.
Similar default though.
Yep.
And Nongshim this time with the A-main presence, you know.
Yeah, and I'm
trying
still
to
like worried
deny
because they
Team
haven't
Secret
taken
that
much
entry
map
that they're looking
control.
for.
The
And there's
timing
40
as well
seconds
from
left, and they
Francis
gotta
on
force
that,
through some
salvo. As
places.
soon as Darby gets spotted, just immediately
And again, that
staving off
tail
any
ends up
assault.
becoming the scariest thing.
And that just completely pushes Team Secret onto the other parts of the map, namely B-Link and B-Main.
Ivy needs to get
30
close
seconds left.
close to these jewels if he wants to try and assist his teammates here.
Wow,
They used the all in the eco though. Let's see, it's an all-in.
This is a slight opportunity. Ivy will find the frag, but Jesse Vajmaler is sleeking in, and now it's just
15
Ivy left.
seconds.
10 seconds to get the plant, and look where it is.
He is way too far
Good
away,
luck.
kind of separated, disconnected from where the rest of his team were.
he
So
has to
rushing
win.
run over, he's sprinting, he's trying to get the rush in, but
Salvos,
Salvo's
man.
deployed at the right time, no time
Salvos,
to pick
bro.
up the spike or to
Okay.
even get it planted.
Yeah, we thought it
Nongshim
might be coming. I
will
didn't think it was gonna
deny
happen.